Yeah, I got upstate like a month ago. I was talking to fans and one of them pulled me aside and said we never met, but I swear that you know who I am. I've been through a lot. I don't know how to express it to people. Don't think that I can, but I got that Mantra CD on rotation. That's real for me, Nate. You do not understand. It's crazy for me.
You know what? Go ahead.
This right here, I mean, just those opening lines right there kind of, you know, kind of made me think about Stan, just like in some ways, though, because of how that fan was relating to M and talking about, yeah, I did this, I did that, or whatever, you know. But with this right here, this situation, it's more on the influence. It's just like how he's listening to NF's music, and then he's saying, look, I look up to you and I relate to you in this way, you know? So like, I'm kind of getting like similar vibes, but I think just like with this right here, it's just like a little bit deeper. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely deeper. So when I listen, like I've heard this song, guys, just so you know, I've heard this song a bunch of times, but like, I'm putting core onto the NF journey. So when I hear like this part of it, like one of his fans, what he's saying is like, he just thought he was making music for himself, right? Remember Notepad, where he's writing his notepad, and that's like his therapy for himself. But now he realizes after people came up to him and his Mansion album went crazy and he went on tour and fans are coming up to him and be like, you saved my life. Yeah. And so now he's talking to those people.
Yeah.
And now that becomes like seemingly another like blessing and burden to NF. Like while he's writing his music, because now he's like, now I have all these people that are saying this and I am their outlet.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a savior type of complex in a way.
In a really like different way though, right? Because it's not like he wanted it or was seeking it.
It was just based off of what he was talking about, he was relating to a certain audience.
Right.
But now that they know that's that outlet, you know, like they're looking for more, like they're just kind of like looking for more guidance in a way.
Right.
You know, that's what it feels like.
And what's really great about it is that he doesn't have to be fake, because that's really who he is.
No. Yeah.
Right. Like, so he can just create the therapy session. And if you notice like that first scene when he was like talking to himself, right? Like, back and forth with himself is super cool.
The fans and one of them pulled me aside and said we never met, but I swear that you know who I am. I've been through a lot. I don't know how to express it to people. Don't think that I can, but I got that Mantra CD on rotation. That's real for me, Nate. You do not understand. It's crazy for me. Kids hit me up, say they slitting their wrists on the daily. This music is more than you think. Don't book me for just entertainment. It's entertaining. Hearing these parents, they telling their kids my music is violent. You gotta be kidding me. I guess that your definition of violence in mind is something that we look at differently. How do you
man? So that line always like hits me hard, like, because so many people like hear his music and hear how like there's like dark undertones and like dark themes about it, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, his music is violent and dark and like and terrible.
Yeah.
But he's really just using his music as like an outlet.
Yeah. It's just like, I feel like artists like this, it's like they got to put their pain, they got to put their joy, they got to put, you know, their anger on paper. Like they got to put it on paper. Like they got to do it that way in order, you know, because that's their outlet, man. So I do understand that right there.
And it's like NF's way of doing it is like, not only is it like on the pad, right? Like, and then in the booth, but if you watch like his videos, they kind of tie it together like in a weird way. Like he has a unique way of like structuring his videos to tie everything together in like a nice bow, like make it theatrical.
Yeah. Hearing these parents, they telling their kids my music is violent. You gotta be kidding me. I guess that your definition of violence in mine is something that we look at differently. How do you picture me? Want me to smile? You want me to laugh? You want me to walk in the stage with a smile on my face when I'm mad and put on a mask? For real though, I mean, what you expect from me? I'm trying to do this respectfully. They say that life is a race. I knew my problems would probably catch up eventually. I do my best.
You hear that The choir coming in.
Yeah, like I do. You know, it's just kind of, you know, yeah. So it's just like, you know, like I feel it's like a buildup though. You know, it's like a buildup. You know, that's going on right now, and it's just like as he progresses with his rhymes, as he goes on with his verse, and like when he gets to that climax, like the choir or just like all the other elements are just going to kind of like rise with him. You know, that's what I feel.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. Like, I'm excited for you.
They say that life is a race. I knew my problems would probably catch up eventually. I do my best to be calm. How you gonna write me and tell me you slaughter my family? That's just a glimpse of the stuff that gets said to me. These are the parts of my life they don't never see. Woo! I am aware it's aggressive. I am not here for acceptance. I don't know what you expected, but what you expect when you walk in a therapy session. Face and told me her life's full of drama. Said her dad is abusive, apparently he likes to beat on her mama. I got so angry inside, I wanted to tell her to give me his number. But what you gonna do with it, right? You gonna hit him up, then he'll start hitting her harder, that's real. These kids.
Man, like, this girl came up to him and said that his or her dad liked to beat on his mama.
Yeah. Like you see like a lot of that stuff type, you know, like you see like a lot of those different things happening too, man. And it's crazy, man. And it's just like the kids, like how they feel so defenseless because of course, like that father figure, you know, they're like showing so much power and, you know, and it's just like they're showing, you know, and it's like they're displaying that type of fear to the kids. Like if you try to do something, I'm going to like beat you down too. You know what I mean? So that's just, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
They come to my shows with tears in their eyes. Imagine someone looking at you and saying your music's the reason that they're alive. Sometimes I don't know how to handle it. This type of life isn't glamorous. This ain't an act for the cameras. You see me walk on these stages, but have no idea what I'm dealing with after. And I put it all in the open. This is the way that I cope with all my emotion. I'm taking pictures with thousands of people, but honestly, I feel like nobody knows me. I'm trying to deal with depression. I'm trying to.
I love that line.
Yeah, I'm taking pictures with thousands of people, but I feel like nobody knows me.
Right.
Because of the stuff that he's trying to deal with, you know, in his life, you know. Yeah.
And this message, like the whole thing is like the therapy session message is like, I am using music as a therapy session. And it's so like refreshing to be able to be like, yeah, like he is using his platform to like reach out to a bunch of people, right? And be like, you're not the only one who's struggling.
Yeah.
Like regardless of what your situation is.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just like people on all levels are dealing with struggle of some type.
Right.
You know?
Of people, but honestly, I feel like nobody knows me. I'm trying to deal with depression. I'm trying to deal with the pressure. How you gonna tell me my music does not have a message when I'm looking out at this crowd full of people I know are affected? I got some things in my life. I know I should let them go. Let me jot it down. Let me take a mental note. I'll put it all on this microphone. Think about that for a minute. What is the point of this song I'm just venting? But what you expect from a therapy session?
What's the point of this song? I'm just venting. But what's the point of a therapy session?
Yeah. Exactly.
He's just spitting straight facts. Like it's interesting to me that almost nobody that I could think of has written a song about their music being therapy, like to this level, right? Like they might mention it in their song once in a while, right? Like,
Yeah,
this is my outlet. This is like how I like release my anger or whatever, right? But they don't use it in like the traditional sense of like actual therapy.
Yeah, because I could think of quite a few people, you know, who have done that though. You know, like as far as using it on that type of therapeutic level. You know, I can think of that though.
Right.
It's just like they've expressed that and everything, and it's just like I think you know that it is parallel to what I'm seeing right now though. You know, like which is great. You know, because like I love what NF is doing with it though. Like just like without a doubt, I do though. You know, however, I you know, I have had, you know, I've heard artists, you know, that have expressed this type of, you know, just like this level of music as well.
For sure.
You know, but this is, you know, but like how he's bringing it though, you know, like it's painting like I mean, dude, like it's painting like a great picture, man. Like yeah, like really think so.
On this microphone. Think about that for a minute. What is the point of this song? I'm just venting, but what you expect from a therapy session? Therapy What you think about me? That doesn't worry me. I know I handle some things immaturely. I know that I need to grow in maturity. I ain't gonna walk in these steps.
What? Oh, sorry. I thought you were telling me to stop.
Nah, I'm just saying it's just like how he was up there talking about like how like there's some things that he needs to work on and that, you know, he needs to reach a certain level of, you know, of that
Maturity
as well, you know?
Yeah.
And that's like really deep. And it's just like with him, like he's taking, just, I mean, like he's taking that, just, on that approach, that accountability, just saying that, hey, listen, like I got stuff that I need to work on too as well.
Right. He's like, I'm not perfect.
So I like that, it's just like, he's just like everybody else.
I handle some things immaturely. I know that I need to grow in maturity. I ain't gonna walk in these stages in front of these people and act like I live my life perfectly. That doesn't work for me. Christian is not the definition of a perfect me. Woo! I ain't the type to be quiet. I ain't gonna sit here in silence if I wouldn't say what I say to your face. And I promise you I wouldn't say it in private. I am not lying. People go off on my page and I'm trying to quit the replying. But this is ridiculous. I'm passionate, man. I really mean what I'm writing. You want me to keep it 100? Okay, I'll keep it 100. I see a whole lot of talking on socials, but honestly, I don't see nothing in public. I kind of love it, yeah.
That right there. They're all talk on social media, but when you see them out face to face, what they doing?
They're praising you. Yeah, you my boy. Oh, I can't believe I just met NF. You, NF, you're the greatest thing ever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, NF's trash, NF's trash. I'm going to write in the comments,
and that's
NF's
that,
trash.
just like with everybody, man. Like, you know what I mean? So that's some real stuff, man.
It's whack, man. But NF, like, he calls it out. Like, he calls people out, like, for what it is, and it's refreshing.
Real stuff, man.
Talking on socials, but honestly, I don't see nothing in public. I kind of love it, yeah. Why don't you write us some happy raps? That would be awesome. All of your music is moody and dark, nay. Don't get me started. You want to know what it's like?
That line always reminds me of a good friend I had. She was like, she would be like, I showed her NF and she's like, his music's amazing, but it's so dark. and like, she's like, does he have any happy raps? Or like, not like exactly like that, but she said essentially what he just said in this.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Nate, all your music is like.
You know what though? And I could tell you, I could tell you just going through this journey, I could kind of like relate in a way because like, I'm thinking, hey, like these tracks sound like a certain way. And like, just like with me, like I'm used to, hey, I want to see this, I want to see that, I want to see this and that. Right. And, however, it's just like for me, I got to kind of like take a step back and just kind of think about, hey, like maybe they're this way for like a reason, Right. And that's something that like I kind of got to get used to though, because it's like with me, like with my people, like my top 5 or whatever, it's just like I'm always used to like hearing, just like being surprised.
Right.
And
so,
just.
Yeah. And I guess I probably should have like prefaced that because like most albums that you listen to will have like, they kind of have like a theme, generally speaking, right? But the theme is like, okay, we're going to just talk about like this topic, but there'll be a banger in there. And then there'll be like a club banger and like a hip hop song and like this, and then there'll be a serious one, and then there'll be like whatever, right?
Yeah.
But NF's thing, like the way he does albums is like, I'm going to take my entire like mood or like my thought process for the last like couple of years, and I'm going to package that up, and I'm going to put it on one album. And so like therapy session is all about like
Yeah.
like it has a theme, like the whole thing.
Yeah, that's right. And it's like I do understand all of that right there. And it's just like I'm like, for me, I mean, just, you know, like the ones that I'm hope right here, you know, they do stuff like that. Like they take whatever and it's just like they drop that though, you know, but it's just like it's, you know, it's on the point to like where you know, I'm surprised. I'm not hearing, you know, like I'm like going in there like I don't know what to expect.
Right.
And it's like really exciting because I don't know what sound to expect or whatever. And it's just like each time everything is like different though, you know? And just like with him, like I'm kind of understanding like where he's coming from, you know, as far as like things kind of like staying,
There's less
you know,
shock
on
factor.
this level or whatever though, you know? And yeah, like it is kind of like less shock factor and it's, you know, at the point like where, you know, I know where he's going and I know what to expect. And it's just like, I'm just preparing my mind to like where, hey, you know what, I'm not gonna, you know what, like I know what's gonna happen though, you know, and it's just like, I just have to, you know, I just gotta prepare myself for that.
Yeah.
Raps, that would be awesome. All of your music is moody and dark, nay. Don't get me started. You wanna know what it's like if you met me in person? Listen to my verses. This music is not just for people who sit in the pews and pray at the churches. Nah, I've been rejected. I don't expect everyone to respect it. I don't expect you to get my perspective, but what you expect from a therapy session? I mean, I think sometimes people, they confuse what I'm doing. I write about life. I write about things that I'm actually dealing with. Something that I'm actually experiencing. This is real for me. Like, this is something that personally helps me as well. I'm not confused about who gave me the gift. God gave me the gift and he gave me the ability to do this, and he also gave me this as an outlet. And that's what music is for me. When I feel something, whether it's anger, it's a passion about something, a frustration, like this is where I go. That's the whole NF real music thing, man. This is real for me. I need this. This is a therapy for me.
Yeah.
NF,
Yeah.
you always bring buzz.
Always
to
buzz. Yep.